please, allow me to show you something.
With 18 of 28 boards played, we have the second set of hands in the current partnerships, and still plenty of time to shake up the leaderboard. Marion has a clear lead on 23 points, but Jerry and Bertie are hot on her heels with 21 each. Zia is fourth with 19, followed by Andrew on 17, David and Cecilia now tied on 15, and Dennis on 13. Over to Table 1, where we have Zia and Dennis as north-south, against Bertie and David as east-west.
So West will open, what would you open, 1-no trump or a diamond?
Everybody opens 1-no trump. All hands look like 1-no trump. These days you pick your hand up and if you've got a few points and you haven't got any voids, you open 1-no trump. He's actually got 17 and 5-4 shape, which is maybe too strong for playing strength for 1-no trump. But like we were saying, 1-no trump is a simple bid. It gets your side off to a nice simple auction. Partner knows roughly where you are, and the system is something that everybody knows.
No traditionalist would bid on my hand, but I believe when you're non-vulnerable against vulnerable, try and enter the auction as much as possible and hope something good happens.
I only have 2 points, but I have 6 spades, I have some distribution. I'm definitely going to bid 2 spades.
You give partner a lot of leeway when he comes in over strong no trump. Your side's not trying to bid a game, so he'll just settle for 3 hearts.
If we were non-vulnerable, I would definitely bid 3 spades. I'm even tempted to bid 3 spades here, but because I've made a free bid and partner will often raise with a reasonable hand with 3, and because we're playing this form of scoring whereby going 2 down vulnerable is likely to be a disaster, and both of my opponents are trigger happy and the player on my left isn't doing so well, so may want to gamble, I decide just to pass 3 hearts out, and I leave my singleton diamond.
Reluctant pass from David with 2 high card points.
Well,
yeah.
This vulnerability,
he can't.
Even if they don't double him, if he goes 2 down, it's a walking disaster.
Okay, so how many tricks does this look like it's making?
Declarer's got plenty of tricks, but the defenders have got a club, a heart, a diamond, rough. 2 clubs.
So it looks like 9?
Yep, which is what they bid. In spades, east-west. Might have got out for down 1 and nobody would have doubled them, so bidding could actually have given them a chance to be minus 100 instead of minus 140, but might give them a chance to be minus 200 against Tiger players at border match. You step out of line at the 3 level, you get doubled. 10 of diamonds. That's okay. He can cross to the spade to play a heart down. He doesn't need to be in dummy immediately. If he did, he could have gone up with the ace. The diamond finesse would kind of keep.
Well, I'm pretty sure that my partner's 7. It looks like a singleton. I need to put the queen in now because I don't want him to lead a heart from table. That wouldn't work well for me. So I'm going to put him in his own hand if he's got king jack 1. So I'll play the queen just to stop him from taking that early finesse.
Queen anyway, okay. Now the diamonds are all good. Spade to the king, heart to the ace, diamond rough.
So David played the 8 of spades.
And he's signalling, yeah, I want a rough, lead a diamond, the suit I led, and give me my rough. This is the second hand in a short while that East really wants West to lead a diamond, and on the previous one he didn't lead a diamond, and he let them make 3-no trump when they might not have done as he learned his lesson.
Okay, great, so I'm in. I'll take my ace quickly so I can give my partner his diamond rough. But before I do that, I'm just going to cash the queen of clubs so he knows I've got the ace king queen, then he can come back and I can play another diamond, even though I don't think we've got 2 roughs to have here. I might as well do it that way.
Of clubs, of course.
Well, you can always cash a club and see what partner does there.
David Gold sitting there, will my partner ever lead a diamond? Queen of clubs.
Queen of clubs.
There we go. 2. Discouraging.
Do not play another club.
Play another one of those.
Diamond?
Hooray! Yeah. 3 of diamonds. He finally got his rough.
Okay. Cashing another club.
Yep.
And that is 9 tricks for Zia and plus 140 for North-South.
Zia's non-traditionalist approach to overcalling 1-no trump successfully getting his side to a good contract there. It's controversial though, and Andrew may well choose to do things differently at the other table.
West second in hand at unfavorable, opening a diamond or no trump. Do you think North will overcall 2 hearts?
I don't think this North will. Zia did at the other table, and it turned out to be a good thing to do.
Or if he doesn't, East-West might buy the contract in 2 spades after a transfer auction.
I've got to decide, do I bid 2 hearts? 5-3-3-2, very barren shape. The clincher for me is that East-West are vulnerable, which means that if I just sit tight, play on defence, they get 200 points, defeating their contract.
I don't see him bidding again after 2 spades, certainly. And South, although she has sort of the right distribution too.
She's a little bit short on points, isn't she?
She's very short on points, and the King Jack of Spades don't look like pulling full value. In fact, since partner has the ace, they are useful cards. So giving it a little bit of a think. I mean, as we said, everybody hates to let their opponents play the 2 level, but she has no security. I mean, that her side even has a fit.
Yeah.
Partner can have 4 spades and...
This is a good board for East-West again.
Indeed it is. 2 spades will almost certainly make.
She can even afford to go 1 off, because at the other table, North-South played in 3 hearts, making 140.
Yes, indeed. Yes, so minus 100 would be enough to win the board, but plus 110 is likely. The defenders can't really get more than 3 trumps and a diamond and a heart. North has avoided leading a heart into the ace-queen, which would have been pretty serious. He had an obvious club lead with Jack-10 doubleton and the hope of getting a ruff, even if he didn't set up some tricks.
Yeah, she will probably quite quickly concede 5 tricks and make her contract. This
is a position similar to one we saw yesterday, and Robson didn't go up with the ace of spades, which would have been... Anyway, a heart through the ace-queen, which is the right defence, obviously, and so that's 2 tricks in for the defenders. They still have the ace and king of spades to come, barring serious accidents, and the ace of diamonds. Robson knows that his partner has the king of spades. De Clara would not play like that with any holding, including the king. She would not take a first-round finesse off the 10. So
conceding 5 tricks, and that is plus 110 points for East-West and winning the board.
Sorry, partner. Sorry, because we can make 3 hearts, can't we? Yeah, my campaign of silence backfired. Hey-ho.
So, Zia's controversial approach at the other table paid off on this occasion, and that score of plus 140 to North-South, compared with minus 110 for 2 spades making the other way at table 2, means 2 points each for Zia and Dennis, and for Jerry and Cecilia, as the more successful East-West pair. Let's head back to table 1, where the combination of Zia and Dennis have been hand-hogging so far in this round.
The last board of the set. Can they reach 6 clubs?
Can they make it if they do? Yes, I guess they can. Yeah, they better play by East,
has
but of
to
course...
play it.
Well, I'm going to pass, I think, because Queen 1, Jack 1 in the reds, that's not great. It's a very bare 11 count. I don't see a lot of point in opening this. I'm going to pass a bit strongly afterwards.
Well, he hasn't got enough points to open 1 no trump. That's the first thing you check.
First in hand at game 1, would you open a spade?
5-4. I mean, these days everything is an opening bid. Like his principles.
Very disciplined.
Letting his partner open 1 club. The trouble with that is it shows only 2s. I don't know whether he can bid 2 spades to show spades and clubs. If he bids 1 spade, then East has one of those fancy bids available. He can bid something like 2 diamonds, but I think he'll just bid an honest 3 clubs.
Good hand with long clubs.
Far too good a hand for 2 clubs. There we go, 3 clubs.
Well, 3 clubs. I've got to show partner my clubs now. 4 clubs, I think that's forcing in this system. I'm not absolutely certain, but I can't afford to bid 5 clubs. I've got to bid 4 because there might be more to this hand.
Partner's got some support. Slam's possible. Picturing ace king to 5 spades, jack to 4 clubs, 6 clubs kind of on a finesse. If I bid 4 no, one of my partner's responses 5 clubs is 0 or 3, so that's okay, I pass. 5 diamonds is 1 or 4, so 1 is quite a likely number. Oh, but that would take us to 6 clubs, and we'd be off 2 key cards. If partner bids 5 hearts showing 2, that's fine. I have a bit of a problem. So if partner's got the ace of spades, and only 1 key card, Slam's probably on a finesse. I could gamble it. And I've got no real way of finding out. So maybe I should bid 4 hearts because I would like them to leave the ace of diamonds and help me in the play. And that might do that. But partner might start thinking I don't have a diamond control and might sign off in 5 clubs. I'll make a straight bid of 4 diamonds. Maybe they'll take it as a double bluff. So I'm going to bid 4 diamonds.
4 diamonds.
Yeah,
Good man. Well, bidding like I do is normally a recipe for a disaster, but this isn't too bad. Now, West can bid 4 spades. I have the ace, and that'll be cheerful news.
I think I should double this because I can see that a red suit lead wouldn't be good for me. So I double 4 spades to suggest a lead and to suggest to my partner that they don't lead a red suit.
Double from North.
Just a second. No, his spades are far too good for that. Normally when Zia doubles a cubit, he has like 4 small, and he's trying to put you off. But what it's done here is allowed David Gold to pass, which allows Andrew Black to redouble.
Showing that his control is indeed the ace of spades.
This is standard even for individuals. Expert treatment is if they double a cubit and then you redouble or partner redoubles, it means, hey, I had the ace. I wasn't cubiting a king or a singleton. This is the ace. And given that partner's shown this enthusiasm, 6 clubs is logical conclusion. Very good auction. Very well done.
It really doesn't look like Sia has much else than the king of spades. Bertie starts talking about they might be going for 7. What is this all about? Does David has some strange hand with 7 clubs and 3 hearts and 2 diamonds and wait, if Bertie has 6 spades, ace 6 of spades and king jack 3rd or king jack 4th of clubs, they might establish a spade and throw the diamonds. Can I really lose my diamond trick here? I might lose my diamond trick. Doesn't sound like on their conversation that they're going down in this, so I'm just gonna leave the ace of diamonds and get it over with. I hope I don't give the contract away.
There won't be anything to the play. I don't think it matters whether South bangs down his ace of diamonds or not. The spades are 4-3, but Declare can't throw 3 diamond losers away, so he can pitch one from the dummy, but he can't get rid of them all in his hand. So I think
This
12
will
tricks
be
is
over
predestined,
quickly.
whatever he leads.
Okay, the ace of diamonds. And this will be over quite quickly. Drawing some trumps and claim.
Yeah,
He's not even going to play it. Okay, so that is 12 tricks for East-West. Very nice bidding.
Yep, good result.
Nice little slam.
Full auction getting David and Bertie to the rock-solid 6 clubs there. This one is really all about the bidding. Let's see how Jerry and Cecilia do at the other table.
And the last board of the set. Will East-West reach the same 6 club contract as they did at the other table?
Well, it was a good auction at the other table, a little bit complicated by the fact
Cecilia
that...
opening 1 spade.
Well, if they open the bidding, then maybe we should get to a slam. They didn't open the bidding at the other table, and they got to 6 clubs with a good auction, and everybody valued their hands pretty well with their controls and so on. But after an opening bid, when he hears his clubs getting supported, he'll certainly look very strongly for a slam.
It's very likely she's 5-4-2-2 because otherwise she could have splintered. I'll try with the strongest continuation 4 clubs to make her cubit her ace if she's got it.
2 clubs is forcing to game, so 3 clubs is forcing and 4 clubs is also forcing and sort of beseeching partner to bid a control somewhere.
Well, 2 clubs does not necessarily show long clubs, so bidding 4 clubs, he's just confirming that.
Oh, I see. 2 clubs could be balanced. Yes, that's right. So 3 clubs is natural, but 2 clubs wasn't necessarily, but 4 clubs is, and says, okay, clubs are trumps, and have you got an ace or a king or something you can show?
Oh, Cecilia signing off in 5 clubs. She's probably a little bit embarrassed that she opened the bidding with not the nicest 11 count.
But her hand improved a lot when partner turned out to have real clubs. I mean, she got 4 card support and an ace and some bits and pieces. Even the Queen of Hearts is a good card. And if you're going to think later on that you shouldn't have opened the bidding, don't open the bidding.
I'm pretty happy they didn't bid 6 clubs. It feels like the spades are 3-3. If they have to take a spade hook, it's probably onside. So now that they're only in 5 clubs, should I maybe lead the ace of diamonds? Do you think they don't make 13 tricks? But then on the other hand, if they do make all the tricks without the ace of diamonds leads, maybe our teammates will bid the slam. Maybe it's better to hope that my partner has a stopper somewhere and that he can lead through the king of diamonds. I think I'll hope for the latter and lead a heart instead.
I'm surprised she was as ashamed of her hand that she refused to bid her ace of spades. She's got king jack to 4 clubs. That's not Scotch missed. And the Queen of Hearts is a hard-working card. It allows a discard for a losing diamond, so wherever the Ace of Diamonds is, Declara is going to be okay in 6 clubs. I think Cecilia double-crossed herself a little bit. Double-crossed her partner too, of course.
Jerry will be a little bit disappointed. No one likes to miss.
No, I mean, this is pretty much a 12 on top slam, and it's a bit undignified to miss those. His gentleman is Jerry Stomatov. He won't have a cross word to say to his partner. Sorry, maybe I should have bid it. No, maybe I should have bid the Ace of Spades.
Okay, so that's the end of the set.
Cecilia's bolder approach to opening the West hand surprisingly not getting her side to the slam, so that evens things up for these two boards. A north-south score of minus 620 at table 2, compared with minus 1,370 at table 1, gains 2 points each for Andrew and Marion, and for David and Bertie, who successfully bid that slam. Let's see where that puts everybody on the leaderboard. Marion is still the clear leader with 25 points. In joint second, we have Jerry and Bertie with 23 points each, followed by Zia on 21. In the lower half of the table, we have Andrew on 19, David and Cecilia tied on 17, and Dennis on 15. We'll change to another new set of partnerships in the next episode, but before we finish up this one, we have the last of Shazad's interviews with the players. This time, we get to find out a little bit more about Cecilia.
So, you've come from a very well-known bridge family. Can you tell me a little bit about how you started playing bridge?
I started when I was 7 years old, and everybody in my family are playing bridge. My parents, my grandparents, my siblings. So I started with my sister and 2 friends of ours. We started together, and we realized pretty soon that me and my sister that we need to have 2 more players because our friends that we started playing with, they lived far away, so we couldn't play that much with them. So when our brothers were 4, we were like, okay, now it's time.
They're ready.
Yeah. So since then, everybody in my family played.
How quickly did you get onto the international team?
I played my first time I played for Sweden was the under-21 team in the Nordic Championship. It was 2003, I think. So at that point, I was 14 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have any results from your junior career that you're particularly fond of? Or
I was in 2006. I won the World Junior Pair Championships with my partner Sara Sivelind from Sweden. So that would definitely be the best result in the junior times.
How long have you been playing on the Swedish women's team?
I played my first championship in 2006 in Warsaw for Sweden. So it's been a while.
So you were still a junior then, is that right?
At that point, I was still a junior. Yeah.
So did you prioritize playing more for the women's or the juniors, or just?
I tried to play as much as possible for both, but it depended a bit since I've been when I play with different partners. So usually I prioritized the partnership that was more. I played most of the time, but usually the junior tournaments and the women tournaments don't collide, so I don't really have to choose most of the times. So that's good.
Okay. Is there a lot of competition in your family between you and your sister and your brothers?
Actually, not as much as people think. I mean, of course, we always say that, okay, I'm ahead of you, or I won this against you, or whatever. But I mean, mostly we just, we want everybody to do well. So it's not that much competition. It's more like, when it's not that important, then it's like, then we are really, but if it's like a big, important tournament, we just want everybody to do well.
So if you're playing in a club duplicate and you're both playing, then you really want them to do well, and it's funny, but you obviously want them to do well if it's the World Championships.
Exactly, yeah.
So I played bridge in Sweden a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell everyone how it's different to playing in other countries in the world?
Well, I would say organization is very very good in Sweden. Did you play in the Swedish Bridge Festival?
Yeah, I just played in the Germans Cup.
Yeah, and that part I really like that the organization and with the running scores and everything goes very smoothly. So that's, I would say, is the main difference. Then of course the schedule is a bit different. If you play like in the States, you play 1 and you play late in the evening. And we usually start in the morning in Sweden. I'm not sure in England it's probably also more
kind of
like
in the afternoon. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know what's the difference.
Well, Sweden seems to have a million really talented juniors, and even when you have left, and apart from your brothers, there are lots of other good players. So, is there an impressive Swedish junior program where you helped out a lot by other players, or did you all do it on your own?
No, well, I would say that the really good results that the juniors have done lately, that's a lot thanks to the captain of the junior team, which was, before it was Per Andersson, and then it was Martin Löfgren. They did an amazing job, but we got a lot of help from Pius Sunderland. And I would say it's those people that made a really good work with the juniors. But we don't really have, I mean, those that are good that we have seen making great results lately, those are what we have. We don't have much more juniors than that, so we don't really have a good junior program. We really need more juniors, for sure.
Okay. So when I went over to play recently, there was a side event, only 24 boards, and there were more than 500 pairs, and I think that's amazing. And I don't know how you're doing that, because we don't get that many pairs in our main events in this country. So they clearly have a way of getting people to play, but maybe we need to get more young people to play.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming to talk to me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Please, allow me to show you something.